articulating the communication and collaboration as well as the guidance and support.
Yes, I thought the guidance and support picks up particular kinds of guidance and support, and it's useful to see whether we're thinking about peer assessment and tutorial guidance and that sort of thing. Whereas the collaboration one, with different ways of expressing the word collaboration. It's a social debate.
Yeah.
Conversation.
So all we've got from that is yes,
we expect collaboration.
Rather than anything specific.
Whereas this one gives us a greater sense of agreement across the team.
Dan, just to add, I think the point when we originally derived these, the guidance and support were all the things that were provided to help facilitate the learner. So things like study modules and stuff like that. The communication and collaboration is to indicate the communication between the students and between the students and the tutors. Content and activities are the things they engage with, and then the reflection and demonstration is the assessment element, essentially. So that was the distinction between the four.
Yeah.
And I think
that's good.
So it'd be useful maybe to add some kind of the mechanisms around how students might or participants might do that, whether it's through which social networks or
collaboration.
But in the
groups or
in the template that we've got, under each of those four categories, you've got the tools and resources, and then you've got the kind of notes column. So the way we've been using them is under the notes thing, you could put the details. You say you might use these tools. Students are expected to come with a certain level of confidence in this. The aim of the course is to foster reflection or whatever it might be.
So we need to kind of build some flesh around that particular dimension. Any other thoughts or ideas about what people have added?
Yeah, it seems to be relatively low structure. If you look over there, that's quite significant, I think. And a reasonable amount of agreement on peer support and sort of guided learning rather than scaffolded learning, whatever the difference might be. But that seems to be coming out of there quite strong.
We felt quite strongly that there needed to be quite good scaffolding and structuring of it. I think that's really
strong.
Yes, it is strong.
I think so.
Well, there's only one scaffold on there, is what I'm saying.
There's 3 guided learning pathways.
Yeah. So it depends what you think the difference between guided and scaffold is. They might be the same thing.
Well, scaffold is. I mean, I think if you talk about the David Wood's definition of it, it's about you put in place a strong structure which over time you kind of remove. And have more student autonomy. I think the guided learning pathways are more important, but we felt very strongly that other MOOCs, the reason some of the MOOCs fail is because they haven't got enough structured guidance, and that's really important.
Okay.
And some of the tools or features are emerging from this, like the use of portfolios seems to have emerged quite strongly, which is interesting. I don't know if that's unexpected. It's kind of unexpected to me.
I think it's unexpected, I think one of the issues about this is you're trying to give people a rich flavour of what learning design is, and if you're focusing on something like portfolios too much, you're foregrounding one particular type of assessment, whereas I think part of what we want participants to gain is some kind of understanding of all the different kind of pedagogical approaches and assessment approaches, etc.
Any more reflections on, you did the work on your tables, and then when you sort of compared that to what other teams put up, I mean, what are the things that kind of recurred, and what are the things that you thought your team was sort of standing out in relation to other teams, or any thoughts on that?
We kept coming back to the social nature of things and seeing that a lot of the cards tended to be quite similar when you talked about debate and conversation and whatever else, and if you sort of overarched that as sort of social interaction, building a community of practice amongst the participants so that you did actually draw them in. Each of them have got, they're not blank slates, they're all going to be bringing in an enormous amount of existing practice to what they're doing and sharing that practice amongst each other, and then that actively supports the social interaction that comes from peer assessment. So we saw that social part has been really solid all the way through everything. When we looked at each of the cards, it sort of came back. Did that sort of get connected back?
That's great, thank you. I think that's a really good point to move on to Brock's absence now. Do you agree?
Yeah, help my table right out.